Now to Phil LeBeau. He's at General Motors Investor Day in Warren, Michigan. He did speak with the CEO, Mary Barra, just moments ago. Phil, what did she have to say?
She laid out an ambitious plan. They will be briefing analysts starting in about 45 minutes on this plan for General Motors to grow revenues and grow them substantially throughout the rest of this decade. In fact, General Motors has set a target of doubling its annual revenue by 2030. They also plan to grow their EBIT-adjusted margins and, get this, be the leader in EV market sales here in the United States. Just a few minutes ago, I talked with Mary Barra about how she plans to grow the revenue. Here's what she had to say.
When people see our EV portfolio, we think that's going to be additive in the early days as people are going to want to adopt EVs. You know, eventually as we get to 2035, we want to have our whole light-duty fleet be all EV. But in that time, we see growth. So, what I will say is there's business plans behind everything that allows us to say those numbers with confidence.
All right, what about this target of being the leader in electric vehicle sales? We're showing you General Motors shares, and yes, those are GM at the bottom, versus Tesla over the last couple of years. For some perspective, Tesla has 63% of the U.S. EV market right now. GM is third in the U.S. with 9% of the market. It's a daunting task to catch Tesla. Mary Barra says they believe they will have a portfolio of EVs that allow them to do that.
As we start to launch Ultium, all new technology, all new battery chemistry, it starts with the Hummer, but then there's a steady stream. And between now and 2025, we're going to have high volume segments as well as truck segments. So the way that we're going to capture that #1 leadership position is the way we do it today, by having a wide portfolio that meets customers' needs, the functionality, and the price points that are important to them.
And as you take a look at shares of General Motors over the last 3 months, now they did a lot, let's say 9 months ago, when they really got credit for the investment in the EV market. Really haven't done as much because of the chip crisis. Mary Barra says that they believe that they are in a better situation in terms of the chip situation. She'll be talking about that today. But the bottom line is this. They plan to grow their revenues through services and subscriptions. And, Scott, you want to see more of this interview, go to CNBC Pro. The entire interview is there. And we talk about whether or not you can grow services and subscriptions, because right now there's resistance from car buyers to say, yeah, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars every month on top of the auto payment that I'm making for a new vehicle. There are some who are doing that. And look, Tesla with full self-drive, they have people who are paying a subscription, and there are people who pay OnStar once a month. Can General Motors generate recurring monthly revenue through the software and services they plan to roll out in their electric and autonomous vehicles? It's a daunting task, but they believe they can double their annual revenue by the end of this decade.
They can be a SaaS company along with a car company.